So, we are live for the Houston Rockets, the last half of Rockets basketball in the 2021 to 22 NBA season. Thought I'd do some commentary for the last half of Rockets basketball. I haven't been able to come out with commentary for the Rockets, throughout the season, but thought I'd do it for the last half as the Rockets are down 73 to 59 versus the Atlanta Hawks. Rockets at home in Toyota Center for the final game, down by 14 versus Atlanta. Rockets currently have the worst record in the NBA at 20 to 61 and should be in the top 3 for the NBA draft lottery as the second half is underway here. Rockets in red at home for the final game. Last half for the Houston Rockets this season. Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Sengun, Tate, and Garrison Matthews are your starting lineup as Jae'Sean Tate pulls the trigger and he knocks down the three to start the second half. Jae'Sean Tate, he hasn't been the best shooting it from three this season, but it's good to see him knock that one down. The Rockets haven't been doing too great on Trae Young today, who's been lighting it up from deep as he comes up short there on that long moonshot three-pointer as KPJ throws it up. Tate throws it down. Jae'Sean Tate with 5 early points to start this second half. Nice pass from KPJ over there. Did a great job. Kevin Porter Jr. has been averaging around 26 points per game over the last 6 games. He's been on fire to end the season. KPJ is definitely, I think, the future going to be a big part as the point guard for this team with Jalen Green as the other guy in the backcourt. Jalen Green going to work mid-range, step back, can't get the bounce, and former Houston Rocket Clint Capella gets the rebound as Houston is down by 9 now with the second half just starting. And how about Jae'Sean Tate blocking Trae Young there? Jae'Sean Tate's been pretty active to start this second half. Looking good as Sengun's inside, and he puts it off glass against Capella. We have a 7-point game. Just 2 minutes have passed to start this second half, and the Rockets have come out firing. Down by 14, now down by 7 on a 7-0 run as Gallinari shoots a three-pointer. That one is short. KPJ with the rebound up court. Here's KP going to work, attacking the basket. Can't lay it up. Fell on the ground. Gallinari with the rebound. He has 18 points. Nice pass over to Herter, who loses it. Rockets basketball. Jae'Sean Tate scores his first 5 points of the game to start the second half. On an assist from Kevin Porter Jr., KPJ currently has 4 assists in the game. As Sengun has it, going to work against Capella. Spins, but you have a foul called on the floor. I think it's going to be on Capella. This was such a great pass from KPJ. He's a good passer. 4 assists for him today, 14 points. Jalen Green, he has 17 points. He's been looking great in that first half on 50% shooting, 60% from 3. And Green attacking the basket. Can't get it to go. Short. Rebound by Hunter, and Herter's denied. But Trae Young finishes it off for the Atlanta Hawks, puts it back in. Hawks extend their lead up to 9 again. Garrison Matthews, who had a great start to this game, nearly loses it, and we have another foul on the floor. 9:26 to go in this third quarter. Last half of Rockets basketball. Back out, KPJ. KP's been on fire, man, to end this game. To end the last few games. He's been really good for this team. As Sengun, he's open, top of the key 3. Tries it. Too strong. That's one thing that I think Alpern needs to work on during the offseason. He's a solid 3-point shooter. Really good for a big man like him. But if he can continue to work on that, it's going to be really dangerous. As DeAndre Hunter open in the corner for 3. It goes down for the Hawks. Lead up to 12. This lineup is something that I think the Rockets could have for the future. I think Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green in the backcourt. Jalen Green, how about that? Reverse under the hoop. What a tough layup. He gets it to go. Jalen Green. now with 19 points. Well on his way to another 30-point game this season. Gallinari driving, kicks it back out. Hunter pulls the trigger and he knocks it down. DeAndre Hunter with back-to-back threes for the Hawks. 17 points for him, perfect from three-point land today. Jalen Green going to work. Sengun trying to set the screen. Here's KPJ. One-on-one versus DeAndre Hunter. Going to work. Gives it back out to Sengun. Nice no-look pass, but it's a turnover by the Rockets. That's something you could not do. The Hawks are really good off those turnovers. If that's too strong of a pass from Trae Young as he throws it into the corner, and it's way too strong for Huerter to get down. The Rockets have basketball now as Green takes liftoff there, just so athletic. He just flies through the air. That's why the Rockets drafted Jalen Green. As KPJ drives through two people, puts it in off glass. KPJ. And we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout. 7:37 to go. Rockets down 81-70. As we are back after timeout, taking a look at the standings in the Western Conference, the Phoenix Suns outraced everybody to the number one seed. Grizzlies in second place, doing a great job this season. John Moran, take a look at that 9-10 spot. The Spurs coming in there. I think the West is locked up in terms of who's going to be making it. But the seeding right now is still not determined. As Trae Young tries a three-pointer and he hits it again. Trae Young from downtown. Young now has 18 points, 2 out of 5 from 3. As Sengun controlling, gives it up. KPJ, easy to the rack. KPJ, as he has 16 points. The backcourt combining, he has 18 points, the backcourt now combining for 37 points, doing a great job, as that's a nice pass from Trae Young. Gonna go back across the court. KPJ can't keep up, but a nice tip in there by Clint Capella to put that one through. As Jalen Green, 19 points in the game. He's played really well so far. 50% from the field, 50% from three. He tries a three-pointer, nearly goes in. Jalen Green really is a good three-point shooter deep from the wings. He can do a great job. There's Garrison Matthews playing hustle on defense. Jalen Green back the other way. Euro to the hoop. Can't get that to go too strong off glass. And there is a foul. That's going to be on DeAndre Hunter, I think. Nice job by Garrison Matthews. He's a really hungry defender. If he can continue to be a good defender on that side, make his three-point shots, and kind of work on his attacking game offensively, I think Garrison Matthews could be a really, really big contributor for this team and for the future. As we do have a timeout on the court once more. Rockets down by 14. Jalen Green, I think, going to be getting some free throws. I think it's still an interesting game. The Rockets, obviously, I would think, in terms of draft position, would want to lose this game, to try and secure that top 5 pick. So we'll see what they can do here. But, the main thing is to see the development of these guys. And I think, Jalen Green's had another great game. Let's see if he can get to 30 points again. KPJ, he's having another solid game, 18 points, 4 assists. So yeah, just continue develop of these two. Sengun in the starting lineup today. I think he's done, he could be scoring a lot more, but he's gotten quite a few assists, 6 assists today for Sengun. And personally, I would have liked to see KJ Martin in the starting lineup. I think that's probably a guy who would be in the starting lineup for this team for the foreseeable future. I think would be a guy because he's very athletic, obviously. Really, really good shooter. I think slightly better than Jae'Sean Tate. So yeah, that's who I would go. But I think overall, you're talking about KPJ, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, KJ Martin, Jae'Sean Tate, Garrison Matthews. All these guys are going to be, I think, big parts. You're talking about Usman Garuba, who's been looking, solid over the past few games. Hasn't scored yet in 8 minutes, but hope to see Garuba score some points today in the final game of the season. But the Rockets just hanging in there. I mean, they're down 14. It's not that bad. This team can make some runs in the fourth quarter, if you've seen in a few of the other Rockets games, as Jalen Green is heading to the free throw line for 2 shots, as he was fouled there after Garrison Matthews got the steal. Jalen, 2 out of 4 from the free throw line today so far. Let's see if he can knock these 2 down. Jalen is I think he's a solid free throw shooter. Around 80%. I think that definitely needs to increase. Maybe try and get it around to 85% for next year, I think, is a goal for Jalen Green. But as he knocks both of those down, around 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter, Jalen Green now over 20 points, 21 for him, as Atlanta leads 86-74. DeAndre Hunter in the game. Jalen Green playing some defense. I think that's something that Jalen Green should work on. If you guys saw his, amazing almost block against the Toronto Raptors, which it was insane. This dude kept flying in the air. His head was above the rim. That's something that is pretty common for this Rockets team. You have guys like KJ Martin and Jalen Green whose head is literally above the rim when they dunk. As shot clock is down to 3, Sengun puts up a 3 straight away. He nailed it. Sengun. That's a great shot there. Love to see him make those threes. Hopefully he can keep working on that, make those at a solid clip for next year. As Trae Young kicks it back out, Herder pulls the trigger on a deep 3. That won't go. Capella inside, unable to get it. Jalen Green with the rebound. Sengun shoots around 25% from 3, by the way. As Jalen Green attacks the rim, he puts it in. The lead is back down to 7 for the Hawks. Rockets on a 9-2 run in the last 2 minutes. Jalen Green going to work once again. As Capella is able to finish it inside for Atlanta. Clint Capella, former Houston Rocket, loved having him here while, in Houston. Unfortunately, after the Russell Westbrook trade, that team that we loved and adored, the 2017-18 team, just got fully disassembled, as KPJ kicks it back out. Nice save by Garrison Matthews. Jalen Green has 23 with a lot of game time left, going to work. Crossover, nearly loses it, and he does, but there's going to be a foul called, I think, on Trae Young there. Jalen Green, I don't think that's a shooting foul, but I'd like to see Jalen attack. He's doing a great job. He's only 20 years old. You got to keep going, keep attacking the basket if you're him. The mid-range, I think, the mid-range is really what turned Jalen Green on after the All-Star break. To see him incorporate that in his game, I really like to see it, because these days, a lot of teams going to analytics have really just gotten rid of the mid-range. It's either layups or three-pointers at this point. Nice pass from KPJ. Garrison Matthews gives him the assist. Another three-pointer there for Gary Bird, as Garrison Matthews goes up to 14 points on the game. Shooting around 50% from three-point land. Here is Clint Capella inside. Doesn't get the roll, but he is fouled. He's going to head to the line for 2 free throws. If you remember, Clint Capella really not the best free throw shooter, from his times here in Houston. Garrison Matthews making another 3. Garrison, he shoots around 35% from the three-point line. It's been great to see him. If he can continuously make those catch and shoot three-pointers, that would be great, as Capella hits the first free throw. Really, really high scoring game here, 89-82, and we still have almost 4 minutes to go in the game, as the Rockets are in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. But, it's a season that has had, 20 wins, but a lot of downs, but a lot of, stuff that we've seen, lots of improvement from this young team that I think will carry into next year, and I'm really excited for that. As always, most notably Jalen Green, who's a star on this team. He's already a star, going to be a superstar, going to lead the league in scoring at some point. That mid-range really opens up everything for him, as Sengun tries a tough fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. That comes up short. Trae Young, hurrying up down the court, puts up a high floater. That doesn't go. Sengun grabs a rebound. Jae'Sean Tate, who's one of my favorite Rockets simply because of the hustle as he drives to the basket, unable to finish. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be Atlanta basketball. Tate hustling down the court just to see the way he attacks the basket. His never-ending intensity on defense is what I love to see by players, and that's why Jae'Sean Tate is one of my favorite players on this team. But again, the backcourt, they're doing an amazing job. 41 points combined between KPJ and Jalen Green, as Trae Young, easy attack to the basket, misses it, but Capella is there to clean it up on the offensive board. 10-point lead for Atlanta. I'd like to see them give Usman Garuba a little bit more time here. As KJ Martin's in the game, he tries a three-pointer airball. My goodness. I want to see KJ Martin, Garuba, and Christopher Moore, as Bogdanovich drains a 3 off the bench for the Hawks. Really great three-point shooter, Bogdanovich. But I don't know why Nawaba is playing in this game right now. I want to see Josh Christopher. He has 10 minutes, KJ Martin, and Usman Garuba. want to see those guys play because I think they'll be vital players off the bench. I think Josh Christopher, as a sixth man, could be really vital for this team. I think if you get Garrison Matthews off the bench as a spot up 3-point shooter, that's great. Talking about Garuba as a really strong guy inside who can help grab rebounds and get some easy layups. I think that would be great to see for this team as well. Take a look at some team stats here. The Rockets shooting around 40% from three, but the Hawks literally shooting at a clip of 60%. Big reason why they're ahead in this game because of the 3-pointers. But Jalen Green, you take a look, 23 points, 8 out of 15 from the field. I think that's been great to see from him. He's very, very consistent on the offensive end in what he does. KJ Martin back in the game. KJ made the starting lineup quite a bit towards the end of this season. He shoots around, he's been shooting 35% from three this season, which I think is really good for him. KPJ mid-range free throw jumper is good. Nice shot there from KP. I'd like to see KPJ maybe shoot threes better at a more consistent rate because a lot of times he just puts up threes and a lot of times they're way off. 20 points for KPJ now as he hits 20. As Trae Young, easy floater there. The Rockets defense really needs improvement, but this team is really young. They got to get used to playing strong defensively. Josh Christopher is in the game, Usman Garuba is in the game, and KJ Martin is in the game along with KPJ and Jalen Green. KPJ 3-pointer on its way, money. Kevin Porter Jr. hits it from downtown, and the lead is back down to 10. KPJ now at 23 points. He's been on fire over the last few games, Kevin Porter Jr. has, as Trae Young misses that floater. How about KP getting the rebound? Josh Christopher throws it to Green with the reverse slam. Jalen Green. How about that? Man, this team flies around, and that's what really makes this team fun to watch. Kevin Porter Jr., like I said, has been on fire over the past few games. Had 35 points against Toronto, 36 against Brooklyn, 21 against Minnesota, 27 against Sacramento, and 30 against Sacramento in his last 5 games. Just truly been incredible for him. His game against Toronto was really, really great. 44% from 3 as well. So he had a breakout game. It's nice to see KP playing really good as the season is ending. As KP does a nice job there selling it. Bogdanovich barely hit him, and KPJ does all sorts of faking right there, but gets the call either way. Take a look at this foul here as Bogdanovich hits KPJ in the face very slightly, and KPJ obviously trying to sell the call here. Take a look at Bogdanovich. They're trying to see, I guess, if this is intentional or not. I have no idea. Well, they're reviewing it now. I think they're reviewing it for a potential flagrant foul. I mean, you take a look at the Hawks. I mean, they're right in it in the East. And KPJ is really sweating right now. Gee. But I mean, you take a look at the Hawks right now. They're in the number 9 seed in the East right now, and they're going to be, they could be playing for. They're going to be in the play-in tournament, obviously, but whether they are going to be doing the 9-10 matchup or the 7-8 matchup, we'll have to see right now. As Cleveland is beating up the Bucks right now, so I don't think it looks good for the Hawks to try and get that 7 or 8 seed right now. Take a look at the Nets. They're beating the Pacers right now. So it looks to be that the Hawks are locked into that number 9 seed or number 10 seed, depending on what the Hornets are. Pretty much the number 7 seed for Atlanta right now. Take a look at the call here. As it's going to be a foul on KPJ. Really surprising there to see that call. Did not expect that to happen. I mean, he got hit in the head, man, so I don't really know. Not really sure about that. Either way, Rockets down by 8. Minute to go here in the third quarter. KJ on defense, back out to Okongwu. How about him? He gets it to go down. And under a minute to go here in the third quarter, KP. His pass is thrown up into the air, but KJ Martin gets it back. Shot clock is down to 4. KPJ driving, kicks it back out. Garuba, extra pass, got to put up a shot here. KJ gets it off, and he gets it in at the last minute. How about that from KJ Martin? Off the glass in a hurry. Great job. Look at that. The shot clock was going right down to the last second. That's something that the Rockets need to do better. Can't let the shot clock go all the way down as KJ gets it off clearly before the shot clock expires off the glass. A runner as Gallinari's open for 3 in the corner. He hits it again. Big game for Gallinari today. The Rockets have been leaving him wide open plenty of times from downtown. That's just not acceptable on defense. Gallinari now has, I think, 21 points in the game. So, again, this defense is definitely a work in progress as Jalen Green puts a step back 3. It's stuck. Jalen Green his shot got stuck in the rim. You know, that jam in between the backboard and the hoop. His shot got stuck in between those, man. That's crazy. That's really funny right there. Man. Gotta do a tip. Gotta do a tip ball because of that play. KJ and Okongwu. As KJ is unable to get the tip. Final seconds of the third quarter. Rockets down by 11. Bogdanovic down to 2, down to 1. Mid-range jumper is way too short, blocked. And that'll do it. For the end of the third quarter, the Rockets are down by 11. And 1 quarter of Rockets basketball remains in the season. 102-91. As we're going to take a look here as Josh Christopher is playing defense on Bogdanovic. He might have touched him on the arm there. It could be a shooting foul. Are they going to be calling that? They might, as the refs are going to review this right now to see if it is indeed a shooting foul on Josh Christopher. I think it might be. You know, Jay Gupp been pretty solid off the bench today. You know, only 13 minutes, but 5 points for him. 2 out of 5 in field goals. You know, Josh Christopher, I think, is a really great scorer for this team. He's just such a great driver of the basketball. As looks like they are going to call a foul on Josh Christopher there as Bogdanovic going to head to the line for 2 free throws here. They added 1.3 on the shot clock. For the Hawks, this was a must-win game for Atlanta, you know, to be in a good position for the play-in, which is why they have such a big lead now. But, you know, it's good for the Rockets too, man. It's not like we want to win this game or anything. Gonna keep being a good lottery position as Bogdanovic misses that first free throw. Maybe the ball doesn't lie. How about that? Josh Christopher making his feelings known on the court. Bogdanovic misses both of them, and that'll do it. As KPJ was trying to push Garuba to throw the basketball. You know, there was 1.3 left on the shot clock. They could have gotten something off there. That's what KPJ was trying to push. But either way, end of 3 quarters here. Just 1 quarter remaining of Rockets basketball this season, 102-91. Atlanta Hawks on top of the Houston Rockets as just 1 quarter is left. Hope you guys will stay with me for the final quarter here. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I might be doing some, I'll talk about the Rockets, as the season has ended. I'll break down their season, I'll talk about them, their draft odds and stuff like that, etc., since the season just finished. And definitely going to be doing some NBA content. The play-in tournament's going to be starting real soon, so can't wait for that as well. Going to be a great play-in tournament. Talking about the play-in, in the East, it's really interesting because, Miami's locked up that number 1 seed, and you're talking about, the Brooklyn Nets, who could be a 7 seed. They could be playing the Bucks in the first round. A matchup of that Eastern Conference semifinal round, if you remember, that went to 7 games. That could be a matchup in the first round that could be awesome to watch. And then, the Heat, I think, could be in a good position here, assuming the Nets win that play-in tournament game. A lot of new faces this year. The Bulls, in the playoffs after some time. The Raptors back in it after last year's absence. The Celtics, the Bucks, and the Sixers, all in that 2, 3, 4 position. Really interesting there. And, in the East, in the West, the play-in tournament's not really going to be making a difference for the actual, playoffs, because you're talking about the Pelicans and Spurs, who are well below a winning record. Whoever wins that, they're going to be playing the Timberwolves or the Clippers. I think, it's really tough to go, probably going with the Timberwolves there. They would be the 7 seed, and then they would play the Grizzlies. I think that would be an interesting game. Clippers and Suns would be, I think it would be still fun to watch. Yeah, Paul George coming back as well. I think, seeing the Grizzlies' growth, I think that's kind of like maybe the trend you want to see from the Rockets. Obviously a bad year last year, rebuilding year this year. Maybe, try and get closer to a number 10 seed possibly next year. Maybe 11 or 12, try and get up there. And then next season after that, try and get an 8 seed or 7 seed. And then maybe the year after that, you're trying to really, really contend in the playoffs. So that's kind of the trajectory for this team right now. Maybe in about 3 years, you will see this team, really, really in the playoff hunt. Obviously with Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Kevin Porter Jr. And then you're talking about whoever the Rockets draft this year, whether that be Jabari Smith, who I think the Rockets should get, Paolo Banchero or Chet Holmgren, whoever they get, it's going to be really interesting to watch this team grow and be even better next year. As we start the 4th quarter up here, Josh Christopher, Garuba, Nwaba, KJ Martin, and Jalen Green in the game for the Rockets. KJ's open for 3 from the wing, puts it up, puts it down. KJ Martin from downtown. And the lead is down to 8. Nice job from KJ. Again, a really good, solid 3-point shooter. 11 points for him off the bench. I think KJ should really get the start next season. You're talking about Jalen Green, KPJ, Sengun, KJ, and then whoever we draft. I think that should be the starting lineup for this team. As Josh Christopher going to work again. I really like him. Really great scorer. Can make stuff happen off the bench. As Josh Christopher being guarded by Huerter, trying to make something work inside the paint, and he's fouled by Huerter. Gonna head to the line for 2 free throws, Josh Christopher. Played 14 minutes so far, only 5 points for him. Again, the first round pick out of Arizona State, only 20 years old. Averaging around 8 points per game, 74% from the free throw line this season. And he makes the first one. If you guys are enjoying, be sure to hit that like. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's been a good stream so far. I'm enjoying it. Hope you guys are too. 7-point game. Christopher could bring this back to 6, and he is not able to, as I might have jinxed him there. Sorry, guys. 102-95 is the score. Rockets on by 7. Fourth quarter has just started. The last quarter of Rockets basketball this season, the final day of the NBA regular season, as deep shot from Bogdanovic is in and out, and Rockets able to grab the rebound, but there is a foul, looks to be on Usman Garuba inside. As shot clock is down to 3, down to 2 for Gallinari. Tough fadeaway jumper is no good, and they're going to call another foul. This is something that I don't like. The refs are just not being fair to this team. Obviously, the Rockets do have a tendency to foul people, but at the end of the day, they're just calling way too many on this Rockets young team. I think that's been an issue. Jalen Green being called for Sengun, unnecessarily being called for too many fouls. Obviously, it's an issue for Sengun, but, sometimes really stupid calls as Gallinari, heading to the free throw line, knocks down that first one. Let's see if there's a foul here indeed. Not really sure what they're talking about is. Don't really see anything there. I don't know what just happened. I don't know why you'd call a foul there as Gallinari knocks down both, 90% free throw shooter as usual. 23 points for him. He's been big for the Hawks today. As Green going to work, trying to show off his handles. KJ kicks it back out. Garuba, how about this three-pointer? Way too strong there at the top of the key. Kevin Huerter grabs the rebound, throws it up ahead. Bogdanovic, guarded by Garuba, who I think really needs to make his presence felt on the defensive end. Big reason why we drafted him in the first place from Real Madrid. As Bogdanovic has a three-pointer. That doesn't go. Another offensive rebound. Again, Rockets got to learn how to rebound. Gallinari's three-pointer. That's short. Thank you. Thank God. Good job rebounding there by Garuba. Got to get the rebounds, man. Got to get them. Jalen Green attacking. His shot is blocked, but there's a foul. It's going to be on Okongwu there. This team offensively, the Rockets, they have so much talent. I think they're already really good offensively in the league. It's just really a matter of locking down some guys defensively and really getting those rebounds and making free throw shots. I think that's really the key for this team, as Alp is going to be checking back in. I met Alperen Sengun at the game a long time ago. Super nice guy. Just came over. Didn't even ask him for a picture. He just came over, took a picture with me. Really nice guy. Really nice. Rockets down by 7 here, as another foul there on Sengun, as you had Wright attacking the basket for Atlanta. Man, I don't know why I've not been wearing my Rockets jersey. He's been sitting like right here. Have I lost my mind? Bro, oh my God. I was wearing it earlier, and then I just took it off. I don't know what I was doing. Let me put it on right now, guys. There we go. There we go, guys. Got my Rockets jersey on. I was wearing it in the first half, just forgot to wear it when I started the stream in the second half, unfortunately. As free throws are knocked down there. Rockets down by 9 as they turn the ball over again. Man, just cannot turn this ball over. Gallinari once again open from 3. Guess what? He makes it. Nothing new. Gallinari, another three-pointer. Just racking it up from 3 at this point. Gallinari now with 20-something points. And man, the guy's been on fire from 3. As Sengun passes it over to KJ Martin. Come on, Jalen, get to work. I want you to see. Get 30 as KJ loses it. Gets it back, though. Shot clock is down to 4. Sengun down to 3. Shoot it. Şengün, step back. Hey, he hit him in the face. Hello. Thank you. The dude literally hit Şengün in the face. How did nobody see that? Bro, the guy literally hit him in the face as Silas just looks on, If you guys remember Steven Silas, he got furious at one call. I think it was in a game previously where he had to be, he had to be, I guess, ejected from the game with 2 techs because he was yelling at the refs by a horrible call. Herder pulls up, spot up 3. That doesn't go. Okongwu inside with the rebound, and he's not able to get it. KJ Martin with the rebound. As a look at KPJ all the way to the hoop, but he loses it out of bounds. It is now Hawks basketball. Eight minutes to go in the Rockets season. Down by 12 now. KJ Martin, Şengün, Christopher, KPJ, and Nawab are in the game for the Rockets right now. As KPJ pulls up a 3-pointer, that will not go. As Herder grabs the rebound again for the Hawks. Bogdanovic, excuse me. These guys are racking up 3-pointers right now. The Hawks, Gallinari, 26 points. Herder, Bogdanovic now with 11. He's 3 of 8 from 3. Gallinari's 6 out of 8 from 3. The Hawks right now, they're shooting 55% from the 3-point line, which is outstanding. Story for the Hawks this season got off to a really bad start. Obviously, Trae Young, missing time and all. But this team made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Took the Bucks to 6 games, even with Trae Young getting injured in the middle of that. This team, we were expecting them to be up there in the East. This year hasn't really been that way for them. As Şengün, here's KPJ. Going to work, throws it up, gets it back, and the shot clock expires. Turnover there by the Rockets. Bruh. I guess you never got the memo, man. Dude, it's my jersey. It has my name on it, by the way. It's not like a Rockets player on it. And that's not the point, man. This season was never supposed to be a winning season for the Rockets, man. We're all fine with it. If you think we're crying about losing, then, dude, whatever. As that's a 3-pointer there. Bogdanovic, another 3-pointer. Lead is extended to 18 as you have a timeout on the court once again. Under 7 to go, man. It's all about development this season, man, for the Rockets, and I feel like Jalen Green really has developed in the second half of the season after the All-Star break. He's been great. Yeah, man, that's the point. I don't really care. 20 to 61, we're going to be getting a top pick in the draft. We're going to be getting, Banchero. We're going to be getting Chet. Or we're going to be getting Jabari Smith. That's the point. This season, where this is a rebuilding team, if you don't understand yet. If you don't think this team is rebuilding, then you don't watch basketball. So, obviously, there are issues with this team, but, got a lot of young talent. A lot of people look at the record, and that's it. But, we're supposed to be getting a top pick. That's what we want here anyway. So, bro, why would I put on a Hawks jersey, man? Y'all had a great season last year, by the way, man. Y'all had a great season. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, bro. The Hawks, I was rooting for them last year, man. I really wanted them to beat the Bucks, I really wanted them to beat the Bucks. Unfortunately, they weren't able to. Hopefully the Hawks can go far, man. I like your guys' team, by the way, but I'm not going to be a fan of you guys, but hopefully you guys can go far in the playoffs. Great that you guys reached the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Great job. Yeah, man, I'm from Houston. Born and raised, man. H-Town all the way, brother. I hope Jalen Green can get to that 30-point mark today. He's at 27. He should be good to go, as the Rockets' backcourt has combined for 50 points in this game today. KPJ with 23, Jalen Green with 27. Back in the fourth quarter, under 7 minutes to go in the Rockets season. Who's the MVP for the NBA this season? That's really a tough question for me. I'm choosing between Joel Embiid and Jokic. I think it's really hard between those two right now. But to see what the Nuggets have done this season, in that number 6 spot, 48 and 33, Nikola Jokic, those outstanding numbers, obviously. Jokic has just been outstanding like he was previously. And we'll see if he can get the award. As Rockets down by 18 in the last game of the season, Şengün, shot clock down to 3, guarded by Okongwu in the paint, pulls up a tough floater, and that's not going to go. Bruh, I don't want a Hawks jersey, man. I'm good. I did get a Nets jersey when Harden got traded, but that was really it. And now that jersey's useless now because he went to the Sixers, man, but whatever. As that's a 3-pointer there from the corner. Nice shot there by DeAndre Hunter. Great to see him. Last season, I think he was missed for the Hawks. But good to see him this year as KPJ back out. Christopher pulls up a 3-pointer. That won't go. Yeah, man, I know, man. You're playing, brother. It's all good. I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it. As DeAndre Hunter making it work inside and misses that layup. Here's KPJ attacking. Kicks it back out, but he turns it over. Man, the Rockets are playing way too fast right now. Look at Trae Young having some fun out there. Misses that shot, and there is what looks to be a foul on the court. Might be on Jae'Sean Tate here as the Hawks are in the bonus for the rest of the game. Hey, man, appreciate that, my man. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot, man. You a Cardinals fan? Got that Cardinals logo. Must be a big Cards fan. As Hunter at the free throw line knocks down that first free throw. Jalen Green going to be checking back into the game. That's good news. Want to see him back. I mean, what do you think? You think you guys can go farther this season? I mean, the injuries really hurt you guys. Obviously with JJ and D Hop. I think D Hop's injury really hurt that team offensively big time. Kyler was obviously didn't play well in that wild card game against the Rams. Obviously, as Jalen Green, nice job there. He attacks the rim, puts it in. Great job there by Jalen Green. Now has 29 points. Yeah, man, you're all over the country. You got your teams, man. But, and they're your team, you support them. And yes, I am a Texans fan. And yes, I think it was a good hire to get Lovie Smith, by the way. I don't know how good this team is, but I'm just happy that they re-signed Brandon Cooks. So, as Jalen Green puts up a 3-pointer, that will not go. And the Hawks come back the other way. Hunter in the wing, attacking on Jalen Green. That's going to be an offensive foul as he pushes Jalen Green back. Dude, since you're a Cardinals fan, you better check out my interviews, man. I got some I've gotten some big interviews on my channel. Gotta check out. Dude, you're not gonna believe me. You know, I understand that, but you better check out my interview with JJ Watt, man. You're not gonna believe me, but until you check it out, you're gonna know, man. Gotta check out my interview with JJ. That Jalen Green attacks and he lays it up and in. Nice job there, plus the foul and one. Yeah, definitely, man. That's what I want to do. I want to be a sports announcer. I want to call games, man. Call basketball, call football. You know, whatever sports, man. Whatever is out there, I'm willing to do it. You know, because I love watching basketball. Obviously, football too, baseball as well. So that's the plan, bro. As the Rockets now over 100 points now, 120 to 102. Both teams in the bonus for the final 4 minutes. As Trae Young attacks, puts up a floater, and there is Hunter. No, that's Okongwu. Excuse me. Okongwu throws it down. Nice alley-oop there. Come on, Jalen. Want to see something flashy from you before the season ends. Jalen Green now has 32 points, by the way. KPJ back out to Şengün. You know, it's good to see a good performance from Jalen Green as the shot clock's down to 1. Green three-pointer on its way. At the buzzer, too strong. Hey, man, I really appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining, bro. Thanks a lot. You know, it means a lot when anybody joins my stream, man. Yeah, man, great to hear. Sports are the best, bro. As Garrison Matthews is back in the game for the Rockets. The starting lineup is back in. Şengün going to work here inside. Euro doesn't get the floater to go, loses it, but there's going to be another foul, and it is Atlanta basketball. You know, I would have liked to see the Rockets made this game a little closer, and unfortunately, they got destroyed in this game. And that's because the Hawks are, you know, getting ready for the play-in. Nah, bro, I'm good with jokes, man. You know, I'm cool with it, bro. It's all good. But it was truth, man. The Rockets do suck, honestly. So you're right, man. It's a work in progress, but this team's got a bright future, no doubt. Can't wait for this team to make the playoffs maybe after a few more years. As Okongwu hits that first one and makes that second one too. The lead's up to 22 now. You know, it's been a really interesting season to say the least for the Rockets here. As KP puts up a tough shot, he knocks it down. Kevin Porter Jr. Man, what a shot that was. Falling forward. Nice shot there from Kevin Porter Jr. As he hits a three-pointer there. Beautiful shot there by KPJ. He now has 26 points. It's great to see the backcourt really chipping in. As how about that? Jalen Green with the tomahawk throwdown. He slams it down on the rim. That's what I love to see. That's what makes this team so exciting, which is why I'm so high on this team for the future. Jalen Green now has 34 points and 9 points this quarter. Throws it down there, man. His head is above the rim all the time. Whenever he throws it down. Great job. Yeah, man, we're on our way. We're rebuilding. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Thanks for checking out the channel, bro. So we have 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Hawks up 124 to 107 as Trae Young pulls up a sidestep three. He nails that one. Man, Trae Young just having some fun in the final 2 minutes of his regular season as Jalen Green drives, has a lane, goes to the rack, puts it in off glass. Beautiful job there. Jalen Green showing off his quickness. No, man, I mean, I do have Instagram, but I don't really use it. I'm a lot more active on Twitter. If you have a Twitter account, bro. I don't really use Instagram. I'm trying to use it more, but I don't really use it that much. But yeah, man, Trae Young, his range, limitless range, man. That's why he keeps shooting it from everywhere. 26 points for Trae Young today, 4 out of 7 from 3. Good game for him. Good game for DeAndre Hunter, 22 points. I think it was really, really an amazing game for Gallinari, 26 points. Really, everybody in double figures in the starting lineup for the Atlanta Hawks. Jalen Green with 36 points, turning in one of his best games of his young career, which is good to see. Yeah, man, the season's already over. It's crazy, you know? Just gone by so fast.
Here comes Christopher.
It's gone by so fast, man. But I'm really excited for the playoffs. I think the play-in tournament's going to be great. Really excited for that on April 12th. I think you guys got it. I think you guys are going to beat the Hornets. You know, Ice Trae going to come through the party, man. Ice Trae. You guys got it.
The ball movement. Well, there's just a nice ball movement. You know, we talked about the ball movement since the beginning of the game.
I mean, I think they should beat the Hornets, but it will be a good game for sure. And then if they beat the Hornets, they're going to have to play the loser of Nets and Cavs, if I'm correct. All right, bro. Talk later, bro. Appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by the stream. And thanks for checking out the channel, man. Appreciate that. As we take a look at the backcourt for this team, the Rockets' backcourt's been really good tonight. 26 from Kevin Porter Jr., 36 from Jalen Green. Jalen continues to be great as a rookie. Just great to watch as Trae Young hits that one there.
Lead with series speed on second. There's a line drive base into center field. 2 runs will score.
Well, how about Alex Bregman? If you guys are into Houston sports, Alex Bregman just hit a 2 RBI, 2-out single as the Astros take the lead 2-1. As Green hits that first free throw, minute 45 to go. Hey, man, appreciate that. Yeah, it was amazing, man. It was unreal, honestly. Yeah, you know, JJ's pretty active on Twitter, so I reached out to him one day. on Twitter. I said that obviously I'm a huge fan because I'm living here in Houston, and I said that I would love to interview you on my YouTube channel that I have. You know, I want to be a sportscaster and all. I told him all that, and obviously I think being from Houston, he was willing to, you know, me being from Houston, I think he was willing to give me a shot, and I really appreciate that from him. You know, he was super nice to give me that chance. So as Jalen Green misses that 3-pointer there, minute to go left in the season, you know, it really was a great season. You know, NBA season, the 75th anniversary, obviously, but for the Houston Rockets, a lot of ups and downs early in the season. At that 7-game winning streak that came out of nowhere. So then, you know, seeing Jalen Green develop in the second half with all the other rookies was great. But yeah, man, to answer that, it was a great interview with JJ Watt for sure. It was an honor, honestly, man, to be able to talk to somebody like that. But you know what I learned is just you can't be afraid to reach out. Just gotta reach out to people whenever you can. As you have the last minute of the Rocket season, Jalen Green puts up a 3-pointer. That is good. Jalen Green from 3. He has 41. Jalen Green with a 40-point game. I think that's his first ever 40-point game in the season. Great to see him explode. Jalen Green with 40. I'm sure, man, you know, it's big. You know, I can understand. Yeah, you know, I had a hard time, you know, realizing that I was interviewing JJ Watt. You know, it's big. But I think that'll do it here for the Rockets season. Jalen Green puts up his first ever 40-point game of his young career. The 20-year-old puts up 41, as that will wrap it up for the Rockets season this year. Jalen Green, 41 points. Just great job from him this season on 14 of 26 shooting, 4 out of 11 from 3. Great job. And that'll do it for the season. 130 to 114 is your final score here in Toyota Center. All right, man. Good game. Appreciate you. And hope you can join me soon on another live stream, man. Yeah, man. See you next year. And I'll be watching the playoffs, bro. I'll be seeing the Hawks. So that'll do it for the Rockets. They lose the final game of the season, 130 to 114. Standout was Jalen Green with 41 points. Great to see that happen for him. Kevin Porter Jr. with 26, as the fans are partying in Toyota Center because it's the last game of the season. The Rockets are giving away, I guess, merchandise. You know, a lot of crowd in Toyota Center for the final game. Great to see Jalen Green do what he does. And you know, it's been a crazy season for the Rockets overall. I mean, to go on those losing streaks, to eventually break those losing streaks, to see Jalen Green do what he does, to see Kevin Porter Jr. improve so much. You know, Garrison Matthews emerges this season, and I just cannot wait to see young talent. I don't know, man. I'll see what I can do, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that game. But you know, for sure, if the Hawks do make the playoffs, I'll definitely try to do one game, because you know, they're a team that I think is a dark horse. You know, in the playoffs. They can really go far. That's what I think. So we'll see, man. But either way, the Rockets, I think, clinch the worst record in the NBA. Should be, I think, clinching a top 4 pick. And good to see the growth of this team. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next live stream, guys. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I know you guys came so close. If you didn't have that injury to Trae Young, I think you guys could have won, honestly. very unfortunate, but wish you guys the best this season, man. So thanks for joining, and I'll go ahead and end the live stream here. Thanks, guys.